And we are live. So a warm welcome to each and everyone who's watching live and joined the Zoom link. So thank you so much for your participation. And for those watching YouTube, we encourage you to prepare your questions as we have interesting topics that will be discussed in today's session. So it's a brand new Wednesday. And this initiative is made possible by Cogent Integrated Business Solutions. So they're based in Detroit, Michigan, and they do IT services and staff augmentation as well. And they support startups as well. So for those who will be watching this on YouTube and like on live, and for a later watch, if you are a startup or if you are a like entrepreneur as well and would like to promote or like discuss your journey with your business, like we welcome you as a guest speaker as well in this platform. And if in any topic or niche that you are really good at and you wanted to share it to the community or to people, like giving back free knowledge, we are welcoming you in this platform as well. So Let Us Talk It is initiated to give back to the community through free knowledge sharing, as we believe that information is everywhere with the work of the internet, but definitely it's more valuable if knowledge is being shared by seasoned professionals, like the speakers that we have invited today to share their insights, their knowledge, and their expertise in their area. So, with that, let me have you. Let me give you the first topic that we have today. So, failures of entrepreneurship journey. So, why most startups are failed. Like, what are the right strategies to get successful? So, this will be the first agenda or the first area that we will tap for the first topic. And for to deliver this is an ex-founder at Amno Private Limited and currently building up the agri-tech startup company. He is Dilip Singh from India and a former co-founder of the Ammo Private Limited and has experience for 3.5 years through his journey, uh, which he also encountered many ups and downs and also trying to start another venture with this agriculture sector that he is doing right now. So may I present to you Mr. Dilip Singh to deliver the topic and share his insights to us. Sir?
Yeah, that's fine. That's great to hear you. Thank you for inviting me to this webinar. So I'm very happy to share the information with the viewers and attendees as well. So yeah, so my name is Dilip Singh. I'm from India and Hyderabad. So today, like, what exactly is startup, right? Before talking about the failure of startups, first we have to understand the whole definition of startup. What exactly is startup? How it works, how the organization will work. You know, first we have to learn. First we have to know what exactly the startup, how it works, and what is the roles of CEOs and co-founders, directors. There are different types of roles are there. So yeah, it's okay, but there are different types of roles. But we have to work the one category of work, whether it is see, my background is in civil engineering. Irrespective of my background, I'm working on the agriculture startup. You know, so past 3 years back, I have started the startup which is in service sector. You know, but due to lack of knowledge and experience, like due to the insufficient of funds, there are a lot of insufficient of like time, so we don't have proper team, you know, because there are many reasons to fail the startup. know. Even if it is, if I failed on this startup, but I learned a lot of things. You know, failures will teach you many things. You know, yeah. So yeah, first thing is, if you want to start a startup, you have to find the problem in the society, whether it is in any sector, agri-tech or health tech, or IT or hardware, So in various fields, first you need to find out the problem, irrespective of your graduation, irrespective of your degree, you know. So whatever it may be, first you have to find out the problem and do research of it and solve that problem in terms of technology. You know, by using the technology, you have to solve that problem so that customers will pay the money to your solution. You know, so if yeah, in previous startup, our startup name is Anno. So our startup is it's completely service-based stuff. It means like providing the groceries to the customers from nearest stores to delivery, doorstep delivery. So we have started the company and we are running very well. We are doing everything is very well. But the point is, you know, the thing is you need to have a perfect team. For every startup, the core team is backbone. Until unless if you don't have proper team, you cannot work. Your startup cannot succeed. That's the whole thing. So team building is very, very important. So it's a business, right? So in this business, you should don't allow your friends, you should don't allow your neighborhoods. You know, it's a businessman. It completely depends upon the financial, right? So you have to choose the perfect co-founder or perfect team for your whole company. Building a team is quite subjectivity and it's quite complication as well. But finding out the right team is very, very important for every startups. So I did that mistake in my previous startup. I just make my friends as a co-founder. So they don't have proper knowledge, they don't have proper experience. Because of that, because of a lack of knowledge, you know, so my startup went to bankrupt. So we worked very well. We just put our 100% efforts on the company. At some point of time, we did many mistakes. You know, we don't know how to raise the funds. We did all our bootstrap funds only. We put our savings, we put our parents' savings, we borrow the money from the relatives. We put our complete money on the funds on the company. That's a thing we did a mistake. Not only that, you need to have a good network. So if you don't have a network, the things will be complicated. If you have a best network, apart from this, I learned many things. Network is equal to network. If you have a lot of network, then the network of yours will be built. So building a network is quite challenging. If you build your network, the network will automatically, significantly will increase. That's the thing. And currently, we are working on the agri-tech startups. Basically, in India, there are a lot of problems in agriculture sector. Whereas, many farmers are facing a lot of problems in terms of modern technology, in terms of farming technology. They're facing a lot of challenges in the Indian agriculture system. So we are going to solve that problem as well. We will be starting the company as soon as possible. We are working on that. Right now, I was building a perfect team. So I learned many things from the previous startups. First one is building a startup. Building a core team is very important for every startups. If you don't build a perfect team, then the startup may lead to fail. So building a core team is very important. That's the one thing. And the second mistake I did is you have to raise the funds before making the MVP. Minimum valuable product. You need to at least have a minimum valuable product in order to raise the funds. So if you don't have MVP, you cannot raise the fund. So minimum valuable product is very important. That's the one. That's the second thing you need to do. And the third one is how important is hiring. You know, at the same time, how at the same time the important is firing. Fire the employees, hire the employees. So it will give the productivity to the company. It will, like it's very important. It's very important for every startup companies. That's the thing. And apart from that, you need to handle the whole organization. Trust and time and energy is very important in this game. This game is not going to be easy. It's very competitive and very hard and very challenging because I have experience of 3 years. I know how things are going on in every startup companies. So whereas in India, especially in India, there are a lot of unemployment is here, right? So India can't survive without employment. So employment is very, very important. So how, like the no, see, if you want to generate the employment, you need to start a startup, startups or companies or business. You know, there are a lot of schemes. There are a lot of government schemes which will be applicable for the startups. They are providing the seed funds. They are providing the support. They are providing the mentors as well. You know, so we have to use the opportunities which are provided by the government, for especially for the ideation stage startups or early stage startups. So there are a lot of schemes provided by the government. You have to utilize those schemes for your venture. It's very important. Yeah. So anything else?
Yes. Well, thank you for sharing the important things with regards to building startups. So with your experience with your previous startup venture, in your own opinion, like what do you prefer most in terms of building your core team? Like, is it the character or is it the skills that you're looking for needed for that particular startup?
Yeah. See, the first thing is you need to have same skill or different skill, right? So in the startup, there are many categories are available, such as many categories are included, such as operations or financials, or like marketing, sales and marketing. You know, based on that, you have to select. See, for example, I have a sales and marketing. I'm expert of sales and marketing. So you need some kind of person with the operations, company operation. You need to have the same mindset with the other person. The person has skill of operations. That's a perfect co-founder in terms of like me. That's the thing. You need to find the same skill, same mindset of people without control freak. You know, so that's the thing.
All right, thank you. And with your startup, like the new venture that you're entering now, like how do you think it would benefit the local or possible international collaboration that you will do for the purpose of your like the company venture that you are starting right now?
See, basically, our venture is completely based on farmers. It's an agriculture sector. So first, we have to establish the company in the India. Right. So we need to collaborate with the government as well. So government support is very, very important for the agriculture sector, especially in the India. Right. So government support is very important, and local government administration also very important. So we are planning to collaborate with government as of now. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
So yeah, thank you so much for sharing those informations. We'd like to invite questions from the attendees as well, and we'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Cogent CEO, Srini, here with us. Uh, yes, sir. Hello. If you have any insights or questions, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for the wonderful insights. I think these are this could be like 4 or 5 sentences, but that can mean 4 or 5 years of lost time and experience. So yeah, thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir. And yes, definitely, I agree. So with your experience from the previous venture, so we're looking forward to the best of your upcoming venture right now, sir. And
Yeah,
if you would call for the collaborators, future collaborators, in case for your the company that you are starting, like you can actually do it in this platform, or if you have other projects that you are doing right now that you need future collaborators, you can share the details if you have, sir.
yeah. You can contact us my personal mail. So it is KELOTHILIPSINGH at gmail.com. Can I repeat it again?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Mr. Anton? KELOTHILIPSINGH at gmail.com.
So that's Kello.
KELOTHILIPSING@gmail.com.
Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
All right. So there, that's for everyone in this Zoom session. So that's the email if you wish to collaborate with Sir Dilip in terms of his venture right now. And
Yeah.
yes, before we end your session, sir, or your part, do you have any additional insights or advices for those who are still on planning of their entrepreneurship journey? Like, it's just that they are just thinking as of now, or they're just making the blueprint. So, as with your experience from your previous venture, can you share your
Yeah.
insights?
Sure. Definitely. See, the only one thing is if you want to start a startup company, just find out the problem. Find out the problem, just expect a lot of tickets. So those are our customers. Okay. So finding out the problem is very important, you know, and solve that problem with the help of technology because our country is completely moving on technology. The technology is booming sector. So whereas we have to solve the problem with the help of technology. And apart from that, if you started the company, it's like a baby. Like for every pregnant woman, there should be a 9 months period, right? So it's a pregnancy period, right? So those pregnancy period is finding out the problem, researching on it, working on it, find out the pain points, find out the potential customers, you know, uh, write down the valuations, company valuations, estimated valuations, finding out the customer acquisition cost for every company. There are a lot of works to do. In this time period is pregnancy period for your startup. So after 9 months of period, the baby will come out from the mother womb. So it is the incorporation time. The company has been incorporated after 9 months. After that, you need to start the operations or functioning of your company. So same thing, you have to take care of here 1 month baby, 2 months baby, up to 10 years. So company is not about the kind of profession or something like that. It's a baby. So if you have a baby, how much you care of your baby. At the same time, for every startup, you have to take care of your baby. Startup is a baby. You need to take care of it. You need to feed it. You need to use the medicine. You know, so everything you need to take care of it. That's it. You need to treat as a small baby. Then it becomes definitely. So raising the funds is quite challenging, but you need to have a unique idea. It should be solving a lot of people's, lot of people's challenges or problems. That's the thing. So find out the problem and do a lot of research works before starting the company, before incorporating the company. You know, do some practical work as well. Finding out the customer, talk with the customer. So would you use my service? So see whether it is service or product. So our service is startup. Sorry, our service is agriculture, right? Agri services. So we did a lot of research works on it. So we went to every village. We asked a lot of farmers. Will you use our service? It will be helpful for you. Will you pay for our service? Yes, we did a lot of things. We collected many around 10,000 reviews. We collected the 10,000 feedbacks from the farmers, regarding our service. So most of the farmers have positive response, but few around like 1,500 to something like 2,000, they are not something. They're not interested, but we are working on that. So why they are not interested? So what is the problem you are facing? So we are working on the 2,000 people. So why you don't use our service? How can I provide my service to you? This service is perfect for you. So negatives and positives are there. So you have to work very hard on negatives soon. So that negative has to convert it to positive. Until that, you have to work on it. That's it. Trust me. Find out the problem on society. Work on it for 9 months. Work like deep work. Work like hell. Work like hell. Then you will get you learn lot many things. You learn lot many things in these 9 months. Not only in terms of financial operations, you learn lot many things in these 9 months. After that, you will start the company. That's a perfect thing for early stage startup, for new entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, especially for that's
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sir Dilip, for that. So there you go. For those aspiring entrepreneurs, this is a good thing about this kind of initiatives because it's not necessary for you to experience like you will learn from the failures of those who have landed there
yeah.
first and then their best practices. So if in case you have new failures, then definitely that's
Let,
derived
let
from
me
the
yeah, just let me
experiences.
conclude something. Yeah, let me conclude. See, basically in India, many students, many people are working hard towards government jobs, especially in India. You know, for government job, I think I'm not criticizing the government. I'm just concluding the things, right? For government, you'll get around like $500 in USD. Okay, like 30,000-40,000 per month. In Indian rupees, 30,000-40,000 per month. So if you want to buy some luxury car, I think this 30,000-40,000 is not enough. If you want to stay in a 3 BHK flat in Hyderabad, 30,000-40,000 is not enough. No. So most of the students are working towards the government jobs. They're not willing to take this. to entering in the entrepreneurship journey. So what I suggest you for Indian students is just not only see should not go for. I'm not telling that you should not go for the government job. You want to work on it. It's not. I'm not judging them. So build a. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
you are.
Perfect. So for every Indian students, I'm suggesting you. My suggestions are start a startup, start a startup company, generate a employment. Our company is completely depends on unemployment. So in order to curb that unemployment, we have to start a startup company, generate a, employment for all the students, and our country GDP will increase. You know, that's the whole thing I want to suggest. Not see if you look like Elon Musk, Microsoft, founder Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Chuck Bezos. They are all billionaires, right? In India, especially in India, Adani and Ambani. These two names are famous. So they are also entrepreneurs and industrialists. So why can't we become a billionaire? Why can't we become a millionaire? The thing is, you are not willing to take the risk. So come out of the comfort zone and work hard, take risks, you'll get success. Does degree doesn't matter. The thing is you need to have willing to take the risk. So most of the Indian parents are emphasizing that you need to have a degree, you need to have a BTech, you need to have a technical degree, non-technical degree. Degree doesn't matter, buddy. All you need to have is skills. Steve Jobs doesn't have a degree, but he became a billionaire. If you take Bill Gates, he don't have a degree, he became a billionaire. In India, especially in India, Nitish Agarwal, CEO of Oyo, founder of Oyo, he became a billionaire, self-made billionaire. He doesn't have a degree, he just completed the 12. But he has a lot of skills. He find out the problem in the society. And that problem has been solved by technology, by using the technology. That's it. It doesn't matter whether you have a degree or not. All you need to have is skills and willing to take the risk. That's it. Take the risk, and become a billionaire. That's it. If you don't take the proper risk, then the things will be complicated. The things become a sophistication. That's it. That's it from my end. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, sir, Dilip, for the insightful discussion that you have given to this platform. And yes, for those who will be who's watching on YouTube, you can post your questions there as well. We'll deliver it to our speaker. So far, there are no questions, sir. And from the attendees, anyone would like to ask questions or share their insights before we proceed to the next topic? Already? So that was delivered very clear. Thank you so much, sir. And yes, for the attendees, if you wish to, if you'll be able to come up questions later, you can just put it on chat. Sir Dilip will still be with us up until the next topic. All right. So again, sir, thank you, and we will go forward with the next topic for today's session. So really appreciate the effort, sir, and your
Thank
knowledge and experience as well. So now, for the next topic that we have today, we have here reinvent yourself and create a new reality. So this can go in different ways, on different meanings. It can be like your job or anything that you're doing, and definitely you will gain benefit from this topic that our next speaker will share to you. So it's just like you shift from your false identity program by this societal subconscious conditioning, and release your old generational patterns, subconscious blockages, and limiting beliefs. So bend your reality and create a new reality behind your imaginations. And to deliver this topic is the founder and CEO of Pivot Simply, and also an award-winning creative visionary recognized at the British Parliament House in London, with a background in engineering, an MBA, and certifications in transformational life coaching and business coaching, and also dedicated to transforming global potential through science-backed self-discovery and spiritual alignment. And the mission is uh, centered to the thought of leadership for global change, helping individuals turn their knowledge and experiences into thriving digital businesses. And without further discussion, we have here Mitlesh, uh, who will give us the topic about reinvent yourself and create a new reality. So please take over, Mitlesh Singh, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Phil, for a great introduction. And I'm really thankful to you for approaching and really contributing to the community in this great way. So I really appreciate this initiative. I'm truly humbled to be part of it. And I truly enjoyed the conversation from my fellow participant here, Dilip. And the analogy he has used about a mother and her journey, I really enjoyed that. So thank you for sharing your thoughts, Dilip. So before I begin, I have a question. How many of you think that life is easy for some and difficult for some? And how many of you think that life is just happening to you? Or how many of you think that you are the creator of your life? So if any one of you can share your thoughts.
We encourage the attendees to, if you don't want to open your mic, you can put your thoughts on chat. But for me, I believe halfway on that, like hard, like it's hard for me and easy for some, and then to resolve that, like we have to live, like we have to understand that it, like life is living, or like we are creating our path to it, and acknowledging we have Sir Srini said we are creators and admins.
Yeah, thanks, Srini, for sharing your thoughts. And I really appreciated that I have got this thought here, which is about acknowledging that we are the creators and admins. So today my topic is related to that, as Phil has explained about my field, and I'm going to go deeper into that later on. But this is what the topic of the discussion today. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mitlesh, and I have a mission to help lives change globally. They understand their self-worth, they realize their full potential, and they are ready to tap into their full potential. There are many lives out there who have not yet realized their own full potential. And this is what my endeavor has been, to help people shift their lives and realize that what they are truly made of and what they can truly create. I live in London along with my husband, my kids, and a German Shepherd dog. And there is a lot of learnings which I have gained from them as well as part of their journey. And I'm, if the time permits, I would be bringing some of the learnings from there as well. So, as entrepreneurs, as Dilip has mentioned, life gets really busy. For a parent, life gets really busy. So I would like to say this here. Like Srini has mentioned, we are the creator of your own life. We are the creator of our own thoughts. If we think life is difficult, it's gonna be difficult. If we think life is easy, it's gonna be easy. And as an entrepreneur, you would be surprised to hear that it's actually 20% is the strategy and systems, 80% is mindset. If you get your mindset right, if you believe in thinking big, then you have the entire world for you. You can generate your own ideas. You can learn from your own mistakes. You would always have a growth mindset. You can fix any issues related to your business or life if you are open to two things. Number one is embracing your failures, because failures are the one which gives you, which are your learning curves, right? Successes are something when you celebrate your hard work, but it's the failure when it really hits you and make you realize that what is the pathway you need to be moving forward. So it's nothing about wrong or right. It's about the path you are moving towards. Probably that's not the path for you. There is something else which is destined for you, something bigger, something greater. Now, apart from that, many people, they find it difficult to implement one thing, and that is about feedback. If you are on this path of growing, okay, you need to be having an open mindset to receive feedback without taking it personally. Now, this is about mindset. Here, I am going to discuss about something deeper, and that is gonna make you think about life and business at a different level. So we humans are we are very intelligent species, but still, most of us, we only utilize 10% of our brain. So whatever life you are having right now, whatever challenges you are having right now in your life, first of all, let me say this, whether or not you like it, but it's your own creation. There is nobody else who is creating that for us. It is we are creating, and what we are perceiving in this world is just the symptoms. Now, it might sound a little, awkward, but I'm gonna explain you a bit more in detail. So like I explained, our brain is, we all know that we are intelligent species, but we just use 10% of our conscious brain, what we know. And what we don't know, we don't know. And that is the 90% of our brain. And that is where our subconscious part comes in picture. And our life, what we are living right now, it's a result of that 90%, that unconscious brain, okay? Now, you would be amazed, and I'm going to ask a question here. What do you think that 90% has formed with what? When 10% you are aware that this is a strategy I need to be following, this is the systems I need to be following, that is how my relationship should be, that is how I need to build my communication skills, my confidence skill. I know everything, right? I know the processes, I know the systems. But what do you think that why are you facing this, first of all? And that is what is driven by your 90% part of your brain, which you don't even know, right? Have you ever asked that why do you lack confidence when you know this is the right thing for me, right? But then if you are in business, if you have to make a sales call, this is the right thing for me. This is what will generate revenue for me, but I am not doing it. I can't, just picking up a phone, dialing a number is the easiest job. Finding a person, having a meeting with that person, and talking about your business, doing collaboration is the easiest job, or it's a difficult job. But why it is difficult? What is beneath that? And that is where comes your own subconscious programming. There is a reason someone looks very confident in dealing with all these matters. And there is a reason that someone else finds it very hard. And we think that it is all happening because the economy is not good, people are not good, my situation is very bad, or I don't have money, but the real reason is this is your subconscious programming. So as you are growing, there is a societal programming you've been through, which has gone in your system. There is no other reason that someone who just have to, make a video in front of the people, which that video can be so valuable, but that person finds it so hard to face that camera. That person is lacking confidence. But why is that person lacking confidence? And that is the main reason. So it is not just applicable for the business, it is applicable for the life. Now, let me tell you the consequence and how this is all connected. If you are not picking up a call, if you're not picking up a phone, if you're not making a call, your business is not growing, that is leading to stress, and that eventually leading it to your health issues. So can you see how the consequences are and how it started? And that is what I am gonna share with you today. I'm gonna share my screen if you allow me, Phil, and I'm gonna share a few things which will make you think today that how did you become the way you have become, and why do you think that I have these challenges while others don't? So what has really made you today? So let me just share my screen, and I have a little chart here, and I'm gonna explain with that better. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is about you making a pivot and reinventing yourself. And when I say reinventing yourself, you have the caliber, you have the potential to reprogram yourself, and you can change your entire reality. If we see any successful actor and entrepreneur today, they have done the same. They have shifted their reality. They have reprogrammed themselves. And that is how their new reality has formed. There was a time when I worked as an engineer. I was working with the multinational firm, and it was a well-paid job. I did my MBA, I did my Prince 2 practitioner in London. But then when I had babies, I decided to have a sabbatical. And during that time, when I was on break, I was still helping projects on technical side, but then I had my own calling. I had my own awakening. It was something different. It was not that I have to be continuing to do what I was doing. And that is when my journey began. And that is why it has become my purpose to help others realize their true potential and the journey which they can unfold. Okay, so let me explain this here. So what is personal freedom really? And why do you need it? So what you're living today, it might be your, this is a projection, this is a belief given by the people around you. You might not be that person whom you see today, and you have the potential to embrace that, and to unlock your full potential. How many of you feel that you seek validations when you do something? This is important. I need to take this decision. I need to be starting my business, but still so many of you are not starting your business. Why do you think so that you need to take some permission from somebody? Right? And how did that form? And this is we call as success saboteurs, when a person sabotage his own success because he has all the reasoning for why things will not work, why it's gonna fail, why it is hard. because there are many success saboteurs, which is deeply sitting inside. There are many emotions sitting there and which needs to be reprogrammed. There are times when someone pass certain judgment, the other person react that they don't agree with that. Why? And sometimes people have false expectations, because all of these are symptoms that clearly shows that somewhere you don't know your value yet. You don't know who you are made of, and that is the reason the current reality you are in, whatever you have done so far, it is actually equivalent to what the kind of image you have for yourself, the kind of self-esteem and self-worth you have for yourself. And you would be surprised to know that as per the research and the number of people I have spoken to, having a lower self-esteem is not a result of having no money. Someone who is not rich does not mean he has got these issues. There are people, money is not a challenge for them, but lower self-esteem and self-worth is. Okay. Now, when you reprogram yourself, you will see you will be in complete alignment with yourself. You know your full potential. Your intuitions will speak to you. Your intuitions will guide you about people, about situations, about your decisions, right? You can tap into your self-worth. And again, why do you need to just imagine a person working in a corporate, he gets certain salary, because that is the self-worth, that is the self-esteem, that is the self-image he has for himself. Upgrading a skill is not a big issue. The problem is something underneath is suppressed. And again, going back to the societal conditions, and most importantly, your own generational patterns, which has been running in your generations. And the day you have this realization, that is when your journey begins. And I always say this, if you are here, if you are listening to this is not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence, and there is no coincidence in life. You are here for a reason. You are listening to this for a reason. And I say this, it's your own divine messages, divine, and when you build your intuitions, you have your own divine downloads. So again, when people do not have enough self-worth, they think they are not enough. They try to cover that low self-esteem with outer layering, faking it so that they look important. But if you fix within, you will have a confidence at a different level. Like I mentioned, the decision making would be a different level, and then your intuition would click. Your health would be better. And what a blessing to have a great health when you are not in this burnout. It's a blessing for your kids, for your family, for your parents. Your relationship with your spouse, with your partner, with your friends, with your colleagues would be better when you are in complete alignment with yourself. Low confidence. Again, low confidence has got nothing to do with communication skills. It's like I mentioned, it's much more deeper. And it's very much down to your own, self-esteem issues. Then feeling of stagnation. How many of you feeling that things are not moving for you? That I'm stuck. I don't know there is any way out from here. And this spiral of negative thoughts keep on running. Even though you are, probably some of you are already trying exercise, yoga, meditation. But if this spiral of negative thoughts keep on coming back, that's a clear sign. And there are many people, they have this issue of having anxiety. Anxiety can be as, it could be with anything, like just imagine someone living a life with anxiety and not having clear direction, when you have the sleepless nights, when you think that I don't know what am I going to do, and that is affecting every area of your life. By the way, there was a time when I faced this issue of anxiety as well. Like I have mentioned, that everything I have discovered with my own journey and with my own learning, and that is why now we have the solutions for everything to help others. Now, how are you going to fix it? So there are many science-backed techniques. There are self-discovery techniques we do, and the spiritual practices. Everything makes sense here. But here I would like to say something here, that today, take this message along with you. Try to build self-compassion. When we try to feel hurt from others' judgment, or someone will say, no, point at your failures. Someone would pass judgments on you, maybe about your career, maybe about your life, maybe about something, about your personal life. At the end of the day, I always say this: if you feel worried about it, if you get upset about it, even if you get angry on somebody else, there is only one person who's getting hurt in this process, and that's you. So building self-compassion, and there are different ways. Accept yourself completely, with all your successes, all your failures, all your learnings, the way you are, building your self-positive image. And this is one of the most important, the secret behind building your own reality. What do you think? If an actor, he's standing and he's acting, which kind of self-image he has? And someone who thinks, I am not enough. This is what my generations have done, and this is what, probably some of you have taken different route and you're doing something, but still somewhere you think that this is what I can achieve. The possibilities, you feel I don't have, probably you question your own potential, you question the possibilities you have. So it all comes down to you. So building your own positive self-image, upgrading your self-worth. Okay, and that applies for everything. If you build your self-worth, you will be more confident parent in front of your kids. And trust me on this, this is not my words. Kids will never be encouraged or inspired from your words. They would always learn from your actions. If your actions are driven with anxiety, if your actions are driven with low self-image or with low self-worth, not having enough confidence, then kids would imitate that only. And that's a sad part. There is no other reason when parents really push their kids to become something, but then their body language says something else, right? So this does not just apply for a business. It's your life you're running, and your business is not outside of you. Business is just an extension of you, right? So what else can you do? You can release your generational patterns, which has shaped your life unconsciously. Like I said, 90% of what you can't see about yourself. And that's what, has really shaped your life. And that is what has limited your potential. If something is, have you seen somebody who gets into a relationship and her relationship or his relationship fails, but then she finds another partner, but then the second relationship fails as well. And then this cycle keep on going. There was no problem with the person. There was no problem in the relationship. The problem was there in the unconscious programming. So when you reprogram your subconscious mind, you're actually reprogramming everything, your behaviors, habits, beliefs, patterns, thoughts. And I don't say that it just happens in a day or two. This is a conscious effort. When you take a decision, you make a choice that I'm going to go on this hero's journey, and I'm going to go on this hero's journey, and I'm going to make this change. Because like Dilip mentioned, in this journey, it will test your commitment. It will test your courage. And that is the reason every entrepreneur, first, they must work on their own self-growth. They need to understand who they are. Most people, they don't know who they are actually. And there is an entire process behind that to know actually. And you would be amazed to see that I did not even know this thing about me. So I highly encourage everybody to work on your own personal development. Most people think this is something, which comes in a lower priority. But like I said, 80% is your mindset, which is driving your relationships, your business, your life. And 20% is systems and strategy. You can outsource it. You can find a team. But how would you find a team when you know who you are? And the most important thing is, especially when it comes to collaborations, when you only know who you are, what your value system is, what vision you have, and what mission are you driving, it helps you to connect with the right person, because now you have figured that out. So this is really, I wanted to share today, and I hope you all have enjoyed this talk. And this is my mission, to really spread this awareness among everybody, to have this thought in their mind and start working on this journey. This journey takes time, because whatever you have learned, I don't know, whatever your age is right now, that many years you have taken to become who you are. And it's not your fault. Like I said, what you did not know, you did not know. But now is the time when you make this commitment, there's a new reality waiting for you, because you can only create a reality based on your own inner self. And it all starts with who you are. So what do you think, who you are? Can you give me a sentence? Can you give me a sentence here that I am? Can you write in the chat? What do you think about yourself?
Should I just say it in mic? So, well, what I think is that really I do agree with the subconscious programming. So maybe I'm still on that process of understanding it fully. So I could also reach my potential. So
Thank
yes.
you. And yeah, and that's it from me. Thanks, Phil, for inviting me for this talk. And I truly enjoyed it. I hope I could deliver some value here. And yeah, it's great to have you all. Thank you.
Yes, definitely, and thank you so much. It indeed has provided the value that you sought when you have accepted this invitation. Thank you so much for that one. And I think this kind of topic may need like additional time or more time, but we can do it in the future, because it's really a great factor. Like it applies to like different corners of every personality. So that's really a good to know thing. Well, thank you so much for bringing that one in this platform. And before we end the session, and we'd like to encourage you, Mitlesh, to share us if you have like online interactions or maybe coachings or any future events, or for example, you'd like to promote a product you're working or a company you're working.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. So yeah, I'll share my contact details here in the chat and how we can help you. So there are different ways. So I have a program which is Reinventing Yourself, where we use science-backed techniques. So step by step, we work on your different saboteurs. We identify your success saboteurs, and then we work on your own programming. So there are science-backed techniques. Then there is spiritual wisdom we also use in that. And apart from that is your own self-discovery. So we help you identify your own self-discovery. So like I said, the path you think you're going, probably not the path for you. Apart from that, we also have creating your own reality. So mastering your own reality program, where it works with the principle of universal laws, quantum physics, and everything is science, by the way. Whatever we are doing right now is also science, so there is no coincidence. So mastering your reality beyond your imaginations, and you can work according to the laws. We have there are some techniques, and there are some easy techniques, and we also help you with the practice, so that you will start seeing the change. You will your energy level would shift. Everything is energy. What we are and whatever we see, and so we work on your energy level as well. And then you will see a different dimension of life. Like I said, everything else, whatever you're seeing currently is just the symptoms, but the real life is yet to begin. So I share my website details here, and I'm happy to have a 20 minutes discovery call as well if anyone has any queries. Apart from that, I will also share my I'll just share my email address as well if somebody would like to ask anything. So I'm happy to answer that. Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay.
Let me just give my website details here. So there you will see my own story, because we had a 30 minutes. So I wanted to emphasize more on providing value than talking about myself. So I have not really.
Yes.
Okay. And this is my email address. So all the details are there, our social media handles, and there is a lot of valuable content we share. All those social media handles are there on the website homepage. And we also have so I also help startups to turn their knowledge, their wisdom into a product, a digital product. So we have programs where we have modules where we help you creating your own business, how you can turn take your own knowledge, your wisdom, your experiences, and turn that into a product. There are many products which I have created, taken out of my own experiences, and also with the skills and knowledge I have acquired, and that has been really appreciated globally. And I'm humble to say this, that Pivot simply has, when I started, it was just started on one note, just be authentic and provide the real value. And just based on the organic content, it actually created a global change. So which is really, I'm really humbled to see that many people, they reached out and they said it's been really helpful. So, and we did not use any paid campaigns. It was just organic content, and Pivot simply stood on top 2% in Meta platforms as well. So these are some of the things. And again, I don't talk about the strategy part. There are certain ideology we follow, and that is what I help others with, like entrepreneurs and parents and anybody basically. So yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, for those who will be watching this later as well on the recorded session, there you go. So we have your pivot simply. And yes, sir, Srini, you were about to say something or
Oh
no?
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a great session actually. Again, very insightful.
Thank you.
So you conduct, like a in-person events or virtual events, in-person events in UK?
Yeah, so I have done many virtual events. I have done in person. I have done in person event as well, and also I have. So what I do is I also because this is I feel passionate about. I also do these sessions for youth. So we did for one of the um, high schools in London, and kids, they just loved it. They said, I mean, so at that age, if you get these insights, it's really helpful to build their future. So we got positive feedback from there.
Oh, okay, very good. And do you travel as well, Mithilesh?
Yes, I'm happy to travel
Like, I
based
mean,
on the.
out of country, or
Yes, so I'm
like,
from
do you
India.
travel to USA? Yeah.
Yeah, so USA I have not been, but there is a plan because my mission is to help people globally, and so currently, like, I'm from India, so it has been. I mean, in virtual world, it's not just limited to UK because virtually I speak to people who are from Canada. There are people who are from Philippines, USA. So different people, different age groups, and different life journey they're coming from. But I'm open to that. To if there is any opportunity, so I would be willing to come and deliver my speech there.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. And is this your full time, or you do any? Are you into other initiatives as well?
So this is my full time now. So before I was handling, like I said, I worked as an engineer. I did freelance projects. Like I worked on the digital transformation side. So handling personal branding, and handling digital campaigns and all those projects. I have done it. Currently, my whole energy is going to pivot simply, and apart from that, we also offer personal branding, like I said. So personal branding based on content creation consistency. So like the way we build ourselves, and with the grace of God, like it was a hard work, but there is certain things we followed. So now I help other businesses with that, like they can build their own personal brand, and we also help them creating their content for different channels. Like we have recently started our podcast, and which is the Pivot Simply podcast, and we have guest. We got a guest who's a leadership coach. Then we got someone who who is a top 30 Globus Gurus speaker. So we are a lot of talents, are connecting with us. Apart from that, like this week we have recorded a podcast, and it is about cybersecurity, which is very important for any business. And we also had an episode with Brian, and he actually worked with Kardashians. So there are people, they have connected, they are sharing their vision, and there is an alignment wherein what things are really can be helpful for business and for personal life. And this is something which I feel really passionate and energized about, and I just think this has been my calling. So I'm happy to help and offer my services which can help you for your organization and for others as well. So I also do, we have recently launched a leadership program, which is thought leadership and change management. So transitioning the change. So that is very useful for an organization to really improve the productivity and to have a better team management and to reduce the conflict within the team, so that everyone has a common vision towards the company's goal, organization's goal. So on these pillars, I deliver my speech and program, virtually or in person. So I'm happy to help.
Okay, sure. And again, sorry to ask, which city you are in currently?
So I live in Greater London. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So yeah, I think great insights. I think what, each sentence you spoke, has a lot of depth. I can see that. So it really takes a lot to understand and, make it really experiential for the people, right? Yeah, because I mean, everybody's in different stage of a life and everybody's, focus is different. And some are using, 5% of the brain, some 10%, some various percentages. So I really wonder, I want to see somebody who used more than 50% of the brain.
It's not many. But the great thing is there is an awareness now, and there is a greater awareness than before. Otherwise, previous generation many did not even came to this realization also. So if people are having self-realization in this lifetime, I think that is the biggest victory before whatever they can actually achieve. But if someone has gained that self-realization, means sky is the limit.
Yeah, very true. So I'm sorry to ask this, weird question, but do you know if there's a scientific way to find out, or did you hear about how much percentage of a brain a person uses? Is there anything based on the
probably
activities of the neurons or whatever?
Yeah, so I think I think you have got a deep knowledge about it, because when I heard one term, and which I actually forgot to mention here, when I was giving my speech about neurons, which you mentioned. So that is what we work on, rewiring those neuro connections as well. So.
Oh, is it? Wow, that's pretty interesting, actually. Do you mind telling a little bit more about that? Because I think your approach seems to be, I mean, you already mentioned it, but so actually you do rewire. I mean, can you tell a little bit more about it?
So I think
the approach.
So actually, I'll give a concept here, everything what people have learned, humans, I would say, have learned. This is a neuro connection they have formed. So it is when we say someone is doing this way, someone is doing other way, and people feel upset and all, it's nothing to do with that. Actually, human life is much more deeper. So when you the way you have been doing things right from your childhood, you have actually formed those neuro connections, and that is how you have built your habits. So we work around that. So there are different techniques, and this is we have a 12 weeks program. So every week there is one technique is taught, there is ideology is explained, going deeper into that, and by implementing that. Now again, when someone is implementing it in one go, first there would be a lot of inner resistance, because humans don't like change, even though change is the constant thing, but people are most fearful of the change only. So it's not that within a day when the technique is done, it will just transform a person, but it will start working, wherein the first sign is the person would feel a lot of inner resistance, and there's a lot of inner saboteurs would come out. So there is a practice which is done for like a number of days, and that helps you to start rewiring. So people actually, like we say, if you make that shift, you are a different person. You can just you will just become a different person totally. So you no longer be the Srini, like, because you are changing your mindset, you are working on your inner programming. So it takes time. It took me many months, and like I said, this is not my this was not planned by me. I had this transition, and since it happened for a reason, now I help others with this. So I'm happy to have more deeper conversation on this, or to offer a webinar on this. I'm happy to do that, to explain more scientifically.
Yeah, that's very interesting, actually. Thank you. So thank you to
Pleasure.
both of our wonderful speakers today. And one more last question. So Mithilesh, when I read this name, it sounded like a masculine name. Is it like a common? Mithilesh is a female name.
So I'm from North, actually. Where are you from, Srini? Sorry, I forgot to ask, actually.
Oh, I'm from South India. Hyderabad.
Yeah, so actually, you're right. This is a unisex name, but mostly used by male. And if you Google with Mithilesh, you will find more men than women. So, and this is a funny question I asked my father also, that why did you like my parents, why my name is like a very boyish name? And his reply was, and I always share this story, his reply was, you're not like a daughter to me, you're like a son to me. So that kind of that kind
Wow.
of that kind of
Yeah.
justified. Otherwise, as a child, a lot of students also say that your name is like a boy. This is very, so yeah. But but I love my name.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mithilesh. We'll stay in touch.
Yeah.
Definitely, we'll try to plan one more webinar. We'll try to also see if we can give some heads up specific, we can do some marketing from our network well ahead. And also having any sign up forms or something like that to really check the real interest from the people who are serious about it.
Yeah, I'm happy to collaborate. Like, if the team needs, if we can create something together, and if your team is also looking for these trainings, I'm happy to offer these services exclusive for your team as well. Because this is something which I genuinely feel that more and more people should, really work on themselves. But I keep talking to different people. They are not just Indians, from different races, different religion. Then I realized that the importance of these trainings for them, because a lot of people are living in their traumas, their challenges, their pains, not having any directions. They are feeling stuck, and this is real stuff, and we think there is no solution. So I really genuinely feel as many people I can reach, and I'm really thankful to you, Srini and Phil, for making me part of it. And I'm really thankful to all the people who would be listening to this. If I can deliver some value, that's that's a blessing for me as well. So thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. We'll stay in touch. Thank you, Phil and team.
Yes, thank you so much, Rashini. Thank you so much, Mitlesh. And this concludes our webinar for today. And yes, please do look forward for the following webinars that we'll be doing. And it happens every Wednesday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess what? You are still invited. We are looking forward to have you in their upcoming webinars as well. So keep safe, everyone, and take care. And we will close the session for today. Have a
Thank you so
wonderful
much.
evening and day to each and everyone.
Yeah, same to
Take care.
you all. Take care. Bye.